What up, Kavari crew? Welcome back to my channel. So this past weekend, I was invited by the Savannah College of Art and Design to tour the college and give you guys an inside look on all they have to offer. I had so much fun on this trip. This was my first time in Savannah, and I was only there for a day, but it's just such a beautiful, charming city, and the food was delicious. Like, if I was there any longer, girl, I would have been coming home like triple my weight because I was just eating so good. So SCAD is the University for Creative Careers. They have academic programs spanning from architecture to animation and from graphic design to film and television. So not only are they located in Savannah, Georgia, they also have a location in Atlanta, Hong Kong, France, as well as online courses. I'm just so excited for you guys to see all this footage because I'm basically going to be like your virtual tour guide. So Naz goes to college today and I'm really excited to take y'all with me. And this trip was so much fun because I was with my sister and my manager as well as Sienna. Like, we just had such a great time, and we also did vlog this trip. So this video is going to be more of the college tour part, but if you guys want to see more of the activities we did around Savannah, make sure you check out our vlog channel down below. So we did have a layover in Atlanta before we headed to Savannah, and we were so hungry, and of course we had to stop at Bojangles. Yasmin and I love Bojangles, and they only have it down south, so we had to get our hands on some. And now we're just headed to Savannah. It was a really quick flight for me, so it was an hour to Atlanta and then another like 45 minutes to Savannah, and we were just so happy to be eating. And there is the beautiful city. So we got there pretty late at night, so we didn't really do much. I ended up pranking Yasmin on our vlog channel, and then we just went to sleep because we had to get up early the next day for the college tour. We started off our tour at the fashion department, and this is located at Eckberg Hall. So when we went inside, we were greeted by Michael Fink, who is actually the dean of the School of Fashion, and also a few fashion student ambassadors. And what's really cool is that this building used to be an elementary school, so a lot of their buildings are just like renovated buildings. The fashion department felt like a museum to me. It was covered with displays of the work of their students, which are definitely admired. They're very proud here of their students' work, and they want people to see what their students do. Up on that TV, they're just showing their annual fashion show. So every year they pick about 40 of their seniors to show some of their work at the fashion show. I felt like I was watching New York Fashion Week. Like, it just looked so cool. So this next room is their resource room. So this is where people go to just like hang out or just use a computer or check out some magazines.
So the students are four different textures, different materials. You recognize those as just like tie.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Wow. So this is our sketching room. And we're one of the few schools in the United States left that actually require fashion sketching and drawing. So our students take 2 quarters of that.
In this room, students learn how to draw and sketch, and the dean was actually explaining to us that they're one of the few art schools that still require that in their course for their students to learn how to draw and sketch by hand. And I was just like, yo, I need this. I cannot draw to save my life. I'm gonna stick to stick figures. But that's really cool that they actually require that because, you know, everything is like on computer nowadays. I wanted to ask you guys, what are some companies that the alumni like now works at?
So actually some of our best friends are currently working at Cosmopolitan Magazine.
Oh, I love Cosmo.
Yeah, we've got a couple at L'Oreal that just got hired on.
We also have like Nike, Michael Kors, Marc Jacobs.
Yeah, we've got Ralph Lauren, Lanvin.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, we've got a ton of great opportunities here. I know a couple other friends that are working really high up in Ralph Lauren. We've got one of our old seniors works at Calvin Klein now.
So the school has a charging station. I've never seen this before. So you can put in your device and it will lock it for you so you can touch to retrieve it. Wow, I've never seen this in my life. Like, we need these everywhere. So after we finished up at the fashion department, we headed to Petter Hall, and this is the admissions welcome center. Here is like a little auditorium, but this piece in the front actually has so much meaning, and it just has such a beautiful meaning. So all of these little pieces of paper hanging down from it, anybody can go and write down your hopes and aspirations on it, and then you can hook it up to this piece, and every single string is actually attached to a light bulb, so it's kind of like you're turning on your future. So right next to the Welcome Center, there is a store called Shop SCAD, and this is actually a student, alumni, and faculty store, so everything sold in the store was actually made by someone from SCAD. You can just tell that SCAD is very proud of their students and their students' accomplishments, like they're always displaying all of their work, and I really do admire that. So right across the street there is this little cafe called Arts, really Instagram worthy if you ask me, but they just sell, you know, like coffees and smoothies and stuff. But there is a bus in the cafe, and this actually used to be a running bus that would take students to and from classes. So next up on our tour, we headed to Savannah Film Studios, and this was my favorite part of the whole tour.
Are you also the dad?
John Kennish, yes.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Listen, I'm sick of being John Kennish. I want to come down and talk to some YouTube movers and shakers. That's what I want to do. My name's D.W. Moffat. I left Hollywood because I wanted to come teach, and I wanted to come do some cool stuff. And SCAD is one of the most flexible and forward-thinking universities in the country. So I figured if I'm going to change stuff up, if I'm going to do stuff, I want to do it at a place that can move fast. So I have brought 3 of my most talented students who just happen to be creating, right as we speak, our first single-camera TV show. So anyway, I wanted to introduce you all to the writer of our show, which is called Hot Case, Christian Montalvo. This is the director of the pilot that we're about to shoot, Mark Vogt. That's V-O-G-T. The G is... And this is the executive producer extraordinaire, Shane Lacani, who's a sophomore and who will be running NBC Network. So I keep telling him, you gotta hire me.
I wanted to point out real quick that all of the professors at SCAD have actually worked in the industry before. So the director of the film studios is actually the dad from Switched at Birth. Like, I'm watching Switched at Birth on Netflix right now, and I was not expecting at all for him to be the one giving me the tour. So that's really cool that all of the professors have actually like worked in the industry and have all these connections and insight for their students. So these are the classrooms. They do not feel like classrooms at all. I feel like I'm at a Hollywood like fancy filming studio. So these little rooms are actually editing bays. This little area just like gave me inspo for my apartment. I can't believe I'm at a college right now because I feel like I'm at a contemporary like modern LA apartment right now. But this is just such a gorgeous, beautiful college. And back here is a green room.
So we are behind the scenes of Hot Case.
This is where we do like all of our special effects.
Oh yeah?
So what are some of the award-winning shows that SCAD has produced?
Yeah, so the most recent award-winning show is a 4-camera sitcom called The Buzz. They won, am I correct to say, best scripted series? Yes.
Yes, best scripted series.
Best scripted series, that's what it was. And we worked with a lot of the team that worked on that show, and they're really excited to actually, have
keep
that.
moving forward with it.
Yeah, no, they're keeping moving forward.
What are some of the big achievements that the SCAD film students and alumni have achieved?
Well, lots of the nominations. Visual effects gets a lot of nominations for the Academy Awards all the time. Duran Horton is a alumni. He's actually in Dear White People.
Yeah, he just got cast in the
He just got cast in the Dear White People. There's a lot of performing arts students that are in Netflix series. There's a lot of like ABC work that gets done, and then a lot of the students that also graduate from SCAD go straight into the industry as like union workers and like are working their way up right now. Like the associate producer of Sicario went to SCAD. There's a ton of alumni that's working their way up into the industry and staying in the industry consistently, whether they're out in Los Angeles, Atlanta, or New York.
Get yourself in a film.
So after college, actually.
Oh God, no, that's a terrible
You
shot.
look cute.
Hey Kavari crew, here I am taking the girls through a tour of SCAD. We're about to go to the dorms.
I look so prissy, like brushing my hair. Guys, it's really humid here.
Hey guys!
Guys, Triana's Mary Poppins. I was like, I really need a brush. You just whip this out of like thin air.
Oh yeah, I got it all. You're doing a great job, sweetie.
You're doing amazing. So far, my favorite part of the trip has been the film studio because, you know, especially as YouTubers, like it was just really interesting to see a real like green room.
How about those edit bays were like fancy?
Yeah,
right?
like it was just, it didn't feel like a school, like it felt like a beautiful, like,
and the classroom was like, and the classroom was like a conference room.
Yeah,
which
like, it does not feel like school.
I feel like they really prepare people for like being in business. You know what I mean? Like you're sitting in a boardroom, you're like, I like that.
Oh, this is, we're entering the dorms. Oh, I like how they're very secure.
I have guests. They're from their own.
For our last part of the tour, we visited the Hive, and this is where all of the students live. So it's really cute that it's called the Hive because the students at SCAD are called the Bees. Get it? Like bees, the Hive. It's super cute. This here is called the Cafe at the Hive. So this is the dining hall, and the food here looked so delicious. Like we went to lunch afterwards, but I was like, yo, like I'm so hungry, I'm down to eat here. Their food was like really fresh and like local. You can just tell by the sign, like everything was organic and healthy. And I have never seen like dining hall food look this good. Look at that chicken. I'm so hungry right now.
Are you a student at SCAD?
Yes.
How do you like going there?
I really like it. I'm a film major. I just started.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I love it. I like watch all the time. This is so crazy. Can
Oh.
I get you on Snap?
Yeah, of course. It was so nice meeting you.
Oh, hey there.
Oh hey!
This is so cool. I love one of these. As you guys just saw, I ran into a supporter who actually goes to SCAD, and she was telling us a little bit about the college and how much she loves it. So finishing up this tour, we headed to the pool area of the residence hall. And guys, this does not feel like a college to me. Like this felt like a beautiful resort. But this is just their pool area and has a bunch of hangout spots around it. So this definitely looks like a place to chill at if you go to SCAD. And Georgia's always really hot, so I feel like I would live here like 24/7 if I went to SCAD. So finishing up the tour, we went to this little gift shop because we wanted to get little souvenirs. So I got a t-shirt and Triana got a hat, and it was just a really fun tour. So that's it for today's video and the college tour. I had so much fun being y'all's little virtual tour guide, and I am just so thankful and grateful for this opportunity to be able to do this. And it was just so fun going on this trip and checking out a new school. And if you guys are interested in attending SCAD or more information on SCAD, I'll put a link to it down below in the description box. But I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you again on my channel for my next video. Bye my loves.